Good evening. Hello. We are live via satellite from our field day location here.
Let's see if we can get Dave in here.
Can you get Dave in here? Yeah. Dave, I can slide over a little bit. Slide over.
Everybody's 2 steps to the left.
2 steps to the left. Okay. Hey, that's
Dave, we don't see the top of your head.
Hey, I'm taller than you guys.
You are.
You're because you're not in a hole like the rest of us.
I have a big chair.
Do we need to adjust the camera for you a little bit or just move back a little bit?
Move back.
There we go. Okay. Good evening and welcome to our field day fireside chat. I'm Michael, KB9VBR's, sitting with
Travis, W9HDG.
And Dave, KZ9B.
Yeah, and welcome. Thanks for coming today. We got some people starting to come into the chat, so it's a slow start, but I get that. We'll be on the air for about an hour or so here tonight. We're waiting for Joe to come.
He's about, 20 minutes out at this point? The last communique says he's about 20 minutes out.
He's about 20 minutes away. So that's what happens.
Poor working stiff. He had to work today.
Yeah, unlike the rest of us that don't have to work, I guess. Dave's retired, and I'm self-employed, and Travis is in the education field.
So, you know.
Yeah, you don't work 3 months out of the year.
Oh, no. That's not accurate. If I was still in a classroom, that would be accurate.
It would be accurate.
But I'm not in the classroom anymore. So now I work 11 months out of the year.
11 months out of the year.
I was on call for 40 years, so that sucks.
Yeah, I get that. Summers were always a terrible. When I was working for a software company, the summers were the worst time of the year for us. So we got some people coming. Uncle Payne, good evening. And Andy, good morning. Oh, from across the pond. So it's like 1 a.m. over there for you.
Good morning.
Good morning for sure.
I'm gonna get a shorter chair.
Okay.
All right, Dave. Yeah, grab. Yeah, we can get you.
Let's see. You can use the red one right there.
Yep.
Reed, and greetings from Wisconsin crew. Good luck tomorrow. Yeah, one of the things we're going to chat about today, or this evening, is is field day, because it's field day weekend, and we're getting ready for the world's largest on-air operating event.
It's a party.
It's a party, and we've started partying already. So.
Yes, dinner was definitely the start of the party.
Yeah, we just finished up eating dinner. I got myself my brandy old fashioned and in a can.
Brandy old fashioned in a can, and I'm going to be getting hand delivered a Jim and Coke pretty quick here.
Yep. Dave, you got the brandy old fashioned in a can too.
Different brand.
Two different brands. You know it's Wisconsin when you can get multiple brands of old fashioned in a can.
Pre-made.
That seems kind of cheatish. I could be wrong, but that just feels cheatish.
Yeah. So, anybody on the live stream, if you want to share your field day plans, what you're doing, throw them into the chat. We'll try to. We'll share those. Otherwise, it's we're sitting in front of the fire, but the fire, you really can't see the fire.
You can see the smoke
on camera. You can see the smoke, but let's tell them a little bit where we're located, because I said at the beginning we're in Black Lake.
We are.
We're right in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the first thing Dave said to me when he got here. Is this is the middle of nowhere. So to give you guys a geographical location of where we are probably about 20-25 miles north of Winter, or probably a little about an hour south of Ashland, where the Chequamegon Bay is.
Yep.
The closest power line is 4.5-5 miles. So, I mean, you want a quiet RF space, this is where it is.
This is it. Yeah. And actually, what a neat thing is not only is this a quiet RF space, but it's also one of the darkest skies you're going to find in the state.
Oh, yeah. If you look at the Dark Sky Finder website, where we are right now is ridiculously dark. I mean, when the sky is clear, I've walked down by the boat landing, looked up, and as my eyes adjust to the darkness, I just see more and more and more. I mean, the number of stars in the sky at night here is incredible.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I wanted to mention about where we are, so I don't forget, because every year we talk this up, we are in the footprint of ELF.
Project ELF.
Project ELF. Once again, we have not made it to the former base because the grass is yay tall.
Yep.
The mosquitoes are that big.
Worse than here?
Yes. And your favorite creepy crawly critters are in a very abundant supply.
They're thirsty.
no.
They're very thirsty.
They are very thirsty.
So we should say a little bit. So Project ELF was it was run by the U.S. Navy, and it was ELF stands for extremely low frequency, and it was an experimental method to communicate with submarines.
Yep.
And just north of here,
A little south of Clam Lake.
a little south of Clam Lake, about 5 miles north of here, there was a transmitting facility, and they had an antenna that was 37 miles long. So it was actually 4 radiating elements that totaled 37 miles.
It's the closest leg is about
It's right across the lake.
it's right across. Yeah, it's on the other side of the lake over there.
Yeah.
Maybe 100 feet on the other side of the road. So we're within a half a mile of it.
Yep. So it's I did a video on Project ELF a few years ago. If you want to go back through the archives and find out more about it, it's really a fascinating history.
It really is. And I mean, the most sobering reality about it, as Joe said at the beginning of that video, is if World War III had started during the Cold War, the signal to launch the missiles would have came from that spot.
Most likely. Yep. For the submarines. So let's see. We got some people in the chat here, and let's see. Rob V3HR operating 2 Alpha from Inver Huron Provincial Park. I know, Rob. I know you activate that park a lot, so that's great. The shores of Lake Huron. We're probably about an hour's drive away from the shore of Lake Superior, so we won't be doing a lake to lake, park to park, but
we can definitely give you a park to park.
We give you a park to park. We're in the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest, US
4533.
4533. So,
Well, we're going to do lake to lake. It's just not
Lake
Great Lake.
yeah, not the Great
Yeah, we
Lakes.
can do Black Lake to Great Lake. Does that count?
There we go. Let's see. We got a few other people coming in. Brian, just helping the club set up for field day. We got our antennas set up, and in a little bit, we'll show everybody kind of our setup here. We're waiting for Joe. He's probably about 15 minutes out.
Yeah. Poor Joe.
He stopped at a bar.
He doesn't know about. He should know about dinner.
Exactly. Hope to catch a lot of you this weekend too.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Call sign is going to be N9CNF, November 9er Charlie, November Foxtrot. That's the club call sign that we're going to be using this weekend. So listen for N9CNF. Here we go. The KC9 USB knows the area all too well. Snowmobiling and ATV trails. So tons of them. Logging roads and this is the place. This is the place to be. If you
want to be outside and doing any sort of outdoor activity, it doesn't matter if it's power sports based or silent sports based, camping, hiking, fishing, snowmobile. It doesn't matter. It's here.
What was that Pota Trail in winter that you?
The Tuscobia Trail.
The Tuscobia.
Hey, Dave, your wife is watching.
Oh, Joy. Hey, hi.
She said there was nothing on TV tonight, so this is the bottom of the barrel.
I thought we were just that good. Come on, Michael.
So it was her first choice instead of her last choice.
Yes. She looked at the options and said, "There's nothing that compares to the excitement of this live stream."
Yeah,
this is sort of like Survivor Island. She likes that.
There we go.
There we go. So who's going to get voted off?
Oh, Joe. He's not here yet.
He's not here yet.
And don't worry, my wife is watching too. She's just on the other side of the camera.
Yeah, we actually have a live audience here this evening.
Yes, we are before a studio audience.
Yeah, Travis's wife and kids are watching and laughing at us
and swatting mosquitoes.
Come on, you said the mosquitoes were not bad on this site compared to your site.
The ticks.
ticks.
Our buddy Mark is in West Palm Beach, Florida. What are you doing in Florida in the summertime? You're supposed to be a snowbird and go in the winter and hang up here in the summer. So there you go. Justin, our club is meeting up at a local park. 4HF, 1 UHF, and VHF satellite. Some guys teaching a soldering class and FT. Oh, this is going to be a fun field day. Holy smokes.
Yeah. How come we didn't get an invite?
Yeah. Soldering.
That's great. Yeah, that'll be fun. Our local club is doing something this year. They were going to have an antenna contest, I think, but we're coming. I'm up here in Black Lake instead of participating
This
in
has
that.
become a tradition.
Yeah, it has been. It has kind of become a tradition. Yeah,
Throw it on.
Go on, throw the wood on the fire. You're not.
I'm not going to throw it. I'm going to set it nicely. I don't think you guys want sparks all over the place.
She's
And it collapsed.
Oh, geez. She broke the fire.
I'll fix it.
she's a wood tender.
She broke the fire.
Here we got another one.
Now you're going to be on camera if you come this way.
That's looking good.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Well, while the birch bark burns.
Gonna meet up. P.O. GD in 1991 is gonna meet up with his local club for the first time. As well, a test for my general.
Ooh, good luck.
I love doing testing
I
sessions.
love that.
Yeah, during field day.
If we had more people out here, I would say we need to do this. But we are so far in the middle of nowhere that, well, I mean, we've done this for several years. This is the first year we've actually had a solid enough internet connection to be able to do something like this.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, we're live via satellite.
We are live via satellite. Interpret that as you wish. I may be in an uncomfortable relationship with somebody right now.
But it's getting our stream out.
It is.
We're streaming and beaming tonight. Let's see. Got another one. Doing field day from the house. Getting over. No, that's not.
Oh,
good.
shingles.
Yeah.
Gross.
Brian here is going to be operating his club's 10-meter station tomorrow. How bad of an idea is that? Or should I try setting up for another band?
Yeah. Good luck.
That's a good question. I mean, Dave, you've been looking at the propagation forecast.
Yes, and being doom and gloom about it too.
Yeah. So
I keep reminding you, it's field day. The bands are going to be open.
What do you think is going to happen?
Propagation wise,
Yeah.
10 meters is going to suck.
Well, thanks, Mr. Optimism.
No, it'll be open to somewhere.
Yeah.
But
Maybe just down the road.
yeah, what I'm hoping, I don't care if the propagation is longer or whatever. I just hope the noise floor is manageable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that could put a damper on us would be noise.
Yes, 100%, and not man-made noise because
Right.
it's good. It's quiet. The only noise that's going to exist tomorrow is the generator because I'm running the smoker.
Yep.
Otherwise, there's nothing out here to make RF noise.
And we'll talk about
Other than us.
We'll talk about field day food in a minute.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but so noise, but 10 meters. I mean, so we're experiencing a bit of solar activity right now.
We are.
And it's reported that the conditions are kind of reported as poor for the 10-meter band.
Yeah.
But
It has been all week.
yeah, but you might get lucky. One of the things that happens with field day though is so many people get on the air, and even though the forecast is bad, somewhere somehow you're going to get a contact from somebody.
Yep.
Right.
So
Yep. And there are enough people on the air.
yeah,
So that magic spot, wherever it is, where the
Yep.
propagation is, there
Yep.
will be somebody on the air
Yeah.
tomorrow.
so
So yeah,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
yeah, it's not going to be terrible, but it's probably not going to be outstanding either.
No, I think that's a fair way to
So-
put it.
So best of luck. Yeah, last year 10 was great. So it's 10 was pretty good last year if I remember correctly.
I think I camped on 10 meter for quite a while last year.
Yeah.
I think Joe was on 10 in Winterfield Day and made a lot of contacts.
Yeah, the winter time is a little bit different. 10 is
Right.
usually pretty open in the winter time. We're at the peak of the solar cycle, but there's just been so much activity that the noise is what's kind of limiting us on the 10-meter band.
It
right now.
is.
So best of luck to you. You know, Give it a good shot. You never know what you might hear. But one thing that key thing to remember: if 10 opens up tomorrow, if you hear activity on 10 meters,
Jump to 6.
jump to 6 because
6 will probably be open too.
6 follows 10 in the summer months. So it's a good indication. If you're getting a 10-meter band opening, you're going to have you have a very good chance of a 6-meter band opening. So, all right. Well,
Especially on FT8.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. We mentioned food a little bit.
We did.
So that's the best part about field day is the food.
It is. It is.
So you said you're going to be running the smoker tomorrow,
I did.
and we gave it a little test run tonight.
We did. You should show them what we ate
I
tonight.
got a little bit of my dinner left here. I didn't get the, but this is terrible to show. So these are chicken thighs, wrapped in bacon and sauced up and the whole 9 yards, and they are absolutely delicious. And we've been devouring these things right before the live stream. I found I was doom scrolling last night, and I found a reel, and I said, "Hey, we gotta make those on the smoker."
And they were absolutely amazing.
Yeah. So, but tomorrow, so we had the test run. So tomorrow, you're gonna smoke.
Well, tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up before the sun.
Yep.
And in the refrigerator, in the camper, all prepped and ready to go, is a brisket.
All right.
So the tradition continues. I buy a cow every year. I get 2 briskets out of it, and I save 1 for field day.
There we
So
go.
I will be smoking a brisket. I will probably put it on 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, and it will smoke for 12 to 14 hours.
Okay.
And it will just fall apart at that point.
Yep.
I'm also going to make some cowboy beans, so there's going to be plenty to eat come dinner time, but I believe there's more than just dinner to eat.
There is.
So, Dave?
Yep, homegrown deviled eggs.
You brought about 2 dozen eggs, and then you brought another 2 dozen deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Yep.
And
With the baked beans.
with the
That'll
baked
be
beans.
wonderful.
Yeah. So it's,
Yeah, it's going to be a little explosive over here.
Yep.
Got to power the generator somehow.
yeah. There you go.
Oh, Joe made it.
Hey!
The prodigal son is here.
Off camera here.
He's off camera.
We got.
Well, you gotta get a chair.
Joe's got to go get a chair and then figure out how we're going to
We're
fit him in
We're
here.
gonna have to squeeze him in here. We might have to readjust the camera a little bit. So, yeah, we got brisket. Oh, I bought a loaf of Texas toast.
Ooh,
So-
that'll be good
I
too.
forgot to grab garlic salt though. I don't know if you got any garlic salt. We can make garlic bread.
I've got garlic and herb. I don't think I have plain garlic salt.
Otherwise, we'll figure it
Well,
out.
Stephanie was talking about maybe going to Winter and getting a few more cans of beans, so she can always
Yeah.
get some
Oh,
then.
we'll
Yeah,
figure
there's a
something out.
grocery store 30 miles from here.
Yeah. And,
Oh, maybe I do have garlic salt in the camper.
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Yeah, we'll just butter it and toast it.
I think I have butter. Pretty sure I have
I
butter.
got butter. So we're eating good. We're eating good
We
here.
eat good,
Yeah.
and it's probably one of my favorite parts of field day is the food. I love the food. And
Historically for field day, Sunday morning, I always used to make pancakes and bacon.
Yep.
And I don't know if we're gonna have pancakes this year or not, but
I've got some pancake mix.
I might have some pancake mix in the trailer.
I've got some syrup.
I
I've
thought
got
we were having biscuits and gravy.
Joe-
We're gonna have that too.
Joe brought. Did you remember the new skis?
I got bacon. It ain't new skis.
Oh, party foul. Okay, now how are we going to do this? Are we going to all try and be coordinated and back up?
We can back up a little bit.
Yeah,
Or
I think that's.
We can throw Joe
in the leg, or we're gonna.
Gotta work here.
I can slide over.
Got to make room for Joe.
All right.
Dave, you're not in camera anymore.
I let Joe take my spot.
We're
Oh,
working on it. We're working on
We're
it.
working on it. We'll get
Okay.
everybody in there. Okay. I can slide over just a little bit more.
yep.
if
You
we need
slide over a little more. I'll slide over a little more.
to. Right over.
Maybe. Don't sit on your phone.
Yep, that's the thing I'm trying not to do.
There. Okay.
It gets a little
Get in
tight.
here, Joe.
There we go.
Oh. Hey, we got everybody.
Went from 3 hours of driving and sitting to more sitting.
Yes, but now you're before a live audience.
But it's a totally different kind of sitting.
Right.
It is.
Because totally different because now I can legally have a drink in my hand.
There is that. And,
Well, you could for the last 6 miles.
Well, yeah. Actually,
Maybe.
I just haven't seen a car since I got off Fifield. I mean, I probably could have cracked one right there when I turned on 70. There was no one.
It is Wisconsin.
It is Wisconsin, and we are literally, as I said, in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Actually, we're on the border of nowhere, between nowhere north and nowhere south.
You're right. There is and east and west. We're literally right at the four corners.
Four corners of nowhere.
Oh man, I got bacon in my teeth. I thought I got that all out.
Bacon in his teeth.
You got me on like a.
Oh, you should. Stephanie has the leftovers. That chicken.
Yeah, you got to
turned
get
out
some of this
really
chicken.
good.
Okay, well, let's do this first, and then I'll grab.
You don't
the
want
meat.
to just stuff your face on camera?
Well, I don't think anyone wants to watch that.
Well, they might get hungry.
They might get hungry.
Well, I'm sure they're already.
I'll get you one.
Oh no,
I can deliver.
So
we're
Col-
good right now.
So Colton's asking to do wood pellet, charcoal, or gas.
Wood pellet.
Wood pellet smoker. So, tested for general tomorrow as well.
Oh, I like
So-
the paperwork ninja comment.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
like a Wisconsin version of the Tonight Show guest show.
Oh, thanks so much for the. I gotta. This is a problem here. I'm on this teeny tiny computer, so I don't have access to all of my stuff. But I gotta do the. General shortly, and it starts tomorrow. I'm sure you're going to do excellent on that. And
And then when you pass the general, take the extra right away.
Take it.
take it.
Take it.
You got
Absolutely.
nothing better to do. Just do it.
And you get to lay eyes on the test. I
Yeah.
mean, take it.
What's the worst that can happen? You fail?
Yeah.
Yep.
You already passed the general.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Multiple
we got
choice,
Salty Walt in the chat.
25%
Oh,
chance.
Right.
There we go. Packing up the camper and we're going to head to the beach. They're getting excited for the weekend. We're staying fresh. We got Black
Right.
Lake behind us.
Yep.
So,
The rich and invigorating tannins.
The
of
rich-
Black
Yes.
Lake.
so
Yes.
there's a story about why do they call it Black Lake?
Oh, you want to tell it or you want me to?
It's story time, boys.
Yeah.
It is story
This is a
time.
beautiful story.
So
Travis is the host.
Black Lake has a logging history, and there's a trail that goes all the way around. And throughout the campground, there's artifacts from when this was an active logging site. Behind us, there's a little point in the lake that used to have a railroad go across. So very active area in terms of logging. And in fact, the forest road that comes in here used to be railroad. That's how that road got built. It's got the old corduroy underneath the gravel. It was a railroad, and they logged primarily in the winter because the swamps and everything around here were frozen, and they would store the logs on the lake so they could send them down Fish Trap Creek to Fish Trap Lake. That's how they always sent logs. Is they would send them down the river in the spring.
Yep.
Well, one winter they had a whole load of logs on the ice, and the ice went out early. And it dumped the whole load in the lake.
a whole season worth
A
of
whole
logging.
season worth of logs of white pine.
Imagine being stuck in the middle of the woods in the 1920s.
Or earlier.
No, I think it was the 20s because this is about the time that they came through here.
It might have been.
1910,
It,
1920.
yeah, it might have been that, or maybe right at
Stuck
turn of the century.
in with no utilities
Nothing.
whatsoever. A log cabin,
Maybe.
working 6-7 days a week, and then all your
Gone.
profits gone in
All
one
of
day.
An entire
So-
season worth of work.
It's
Yeah.
and the wood around here is very high in tannin.
Yep.
So it's all in the bottom of the lake. They recovered some of it, but a very large portion of that wood is still in the lake, buried in the silt,
Mhm.
and it stains the water of this lake kind of a dark red. I wish I had a bucket of water that we could aim the camera into. It's almost a
dark.
mahogany.
It's dark. Yeah.
So the reason that they call it Black Lake, even though Fish Trap Creek enters and Fish Trap Creek ends or exits, is because of how dark the water is because of all that tannin
Yeah.
in the water. And I would love to know how many logs are still in this lake, because by every story and every account I have heard, they didn't get much of that load recovered.
That's old growth timber too.
Yeah,
There's
old growth.
There's a business opportunity for somebody.
Yeah, right. Well,
Get your scuba certification.
right.
Yeah.
Well, and it's sitting in that anaerobic conditions down there. It's not decaying.
No, it's cold.
It's cold. There's no oxygen down there. It's not decaying. I bet you that wood's in great shape.
Yep. So we got to say something here. Andy here, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And let's see if we can get the applause going again. So I don't have my headphones on, so I don't know if this is the applause is playing or not. But,
We're just pushing random buttons.
I'm just pushing buttons tonight.
It could be like the porno soundtrack, and we don't know about it.
Oh, no, that's that one.
That one's further down.
Yeah, that's what we play for Ham Sexy.
I'm sexy.
Wow, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, my friend is a diver and recovers logged woods around that area.
Mhm.
And there's a company in Ashland that
Yeah.
does that out of Lake, pulls it out of Lake Superior.
I think they
so,
just decided that it's just not economically worth the effort.
Yeah.
Right,
I mean, it's not exactly a huge lake.
Yeah.
right.
They
And I think-
recovered what they could that for a reasonable cost, and what's left is just going to sit there.
They'll sit there.
Right, now you have to go and get all the permits through your Forest Service.
Oh,
to do
and the
it.
DNR and everything else.
Oh,
yeah,
It would be
yeah.
a
It'd be a headache.
We were talking about setups. So B. Willen is asking what antennas we'll be using for the field day event.
Oh,
So,
well, that's a good question.
yeah, let's talk about that a little bit.
Antennae.
I'm going to pull up our, let's see if I can get this going here.
We actually planned this year, guys.
Yeah.
We did.
We actually
did.
had discussions about it.
For
No,
months.
usually we just show up and start throwing wire in the air until something works.
And
But
all right,
sometimes we change wire multiple times.
Oh, yeah, last year, multiple times.
So we got, I'm going to be running a Delta loop antenna. I built a 20-meter vertical Delta loop.
Yep.
It's approximately 71 to 72 feet of wire.
Something like that.
In a Delta, and then it's corner fed with this 2-to-1 transformer, this 2-to-1 Unin. So,
And so what bands are you expecting with that, Michael?
well, 20 primarily. I haven't checked. I haven't checked it on any of the other ones yet.
Okay,
It should work on 10 meters.
Should.
right,
It might work on 10.
We might get 15 with a tuner.
right.
Um,
What are you planning? And then are you just going to sit on 20 for the entire contest? or-
Probably.
Okay.
For the
He's
most
the one
part.
that's going to get all of our points.
He's
Oh!
our primary breadwinner.
I'm the point
Remember, Dave said we're getting 1,200 contacts,
Yeah.
which is like six
whoa,
times
whoa,
more.
whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't sign up for 1,200 contacts. Goodbye, everybody.
Well, Michael's getting 1,000 of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 800.
Oh, you're getting a 200 by yourself?
I'm getting 200. Joe's getting 200. Michael's getting 800.
What are you getting, Travis?
I'm cooking.
It's
Wrong.
cooking. So we got here's the setup. Here's one of our campsites. Dave, I've got the Delta loop. Dave set up an end-fed half wave, and then they're both going to terminate into that screen tent there because the mosquitoes are vicious.
Yeah, mine's on an adjacent campsite.
Yeah, to the left of
To the left, about 100 feet away.
to the
Yeah.
left of the trailer his antenna runs out. So that's what we're using, and
And
then
that screen tent is going to protect us from certain death tomorrow.
yeah, pretty much.
No, it's not.
This
You and
is-
I are just going to brave the death.
so here's Black Lake. Here's Travis. Travis and Joe are going to be working from this campsite. Travis is actually the camp host here at Black Lake, so
I got quite the setup.
he's got quite the setup. He's a little more permanent for the summer, so he's got the solar panels and the whole 9 yards. And you're running an in-fed half wave going the opposite direction.
Yep. So
We are.
Dave's is going yeah.
Yeah.
Mine is going yeah.
And I'm
Yep.
going, yeah.
And then Joe, you're going to run a vertical antenna.
Yep,
Yours
I'm going to
is-
run a Ribicoff.
Yep.
I had just a bunch of leftover wire and spools on it. So I'm going to run the full-size Ribicoff, the 53 feet.
Oh,
Okay.
the L that I've been
The
using.
L, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to stick that in the air, and then I'm going to do radials. I'm going to put 2 for 40, all quarter wave, 40, 50, 40, 20, 15, and 10.
Elevated.
Nope, on the ground.
Okay.
With a 4-to-1 on. And I got kind of cheesy this year, so I got the LVG 4-to-1, and it's got the banana jacks on it, right?
Okay.
Yep.
And I just bought a bunch of banana plugs.
Oh.
So each radio just goes in, and they just kind of sort of, like Legos.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
Right.
there you go.
So we'll
There
see
you
how
go.
that works. And then on the Amazon website, I got the little garden hoops to take down the.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So Steph will not trip on them.
Well, if you're going to the grassy place over there, you're safe.
You should be pretty safe.
Yeah.
Although I don't know where you're pitching your tent. Or are you sleeping in your truck?
Oh, it's truck, because quite frankly, what's going to happen is it's going to pour tomorrow. The tent's going to get wet, and then I'm going to spend a week drying it out.
Good point.
So I'm just going to sleep in the truck.
Just sleep in
I'm
the
the
truck.
same deal. I brought a tent,
Yeah.
but I didn't put it up.
Right.
So
I
here's
didn't
our
do that.
satellite link over the
Yep.
lake.
Yep.
So
For some reason, we keep getting Ukrainian missile command. I don't know.
I don't get it.
Starlink.
doot, doot, doot. And we'll just finish up with the smoker. Here, Travis is pulling off tonight's chicken, and I don't know why this came
Sideways.
sideways. The phone does that sometimes, but that's what we're eating for dinner tonight. So, so that's basically what our setup is going to be. So I'm vertical, Dave's horizontal, Joe's vertical, and Travis is horizontal.
And so there was
And-
probably 100 yards between our site
We're
and
about
their
500.
site.
We're about 500 feet apart
Is
between
it
the,
Yeah.
almost 200 yards? Okay.
from the
Yeah,
two sites.
we're quite a ways apart. So the two sites shouldn't interfere with each other.
Yeah.
It's going to be how do we mitigate our interference?
Yep.
Right. So we're all going to run common mode chokes
On both ends.
on both ends, at the antenna and at the receiver.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna bring mine
I
back
did
down.
the ABR Industries stuff. So ABR Industries, the nice thing about it is you get one side with a PL and one side with an SO,
Mhm.
right? So it's just, you can put it right in line. You don't
Right.
need any of that extra adapters,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's really the key. And they're a little pricey. I think they're like 50 or 60
About
bucks a
50,
piece.
50-ish bucks, but they're
Um,
worth it. They
yeah.
work. They work really well.
Right. I mean, we do have some band pass filters,
Yeah.
but I think what we're going to do is we're just going to pick a band,
And stay
and
there.
that's our band.
Yeah.
Obviously, Michael's getting
20.
20.
I'm going
He's going to
I
park
don't
and
know.
bark.
park and
Yeah.
bark in 20 meters,
20 phone.
20
20
phone,
phone.
Yep.
20 phone, N9 CNF,
Mhm.
November 9, Charlie November, Foxtrot's the call sign.
Right. So, Travis, what band are you going on?
I don't know. I figured you and I would rock, paper, scissors tomorrow.
Oh, Rochambeau, I go first.
I don't know. I'm thinking I'm going to go high.
Okay.
Probably
You know-
15 or 10.
Yep. I think I'll either do 10 or 40, or 15 or 40. I think that 15 or 40 for the river cloth are still in that, especially when they get put
Yep.
along the
long
inverted
radius.
L.
With
Yep.
that, in that 15, I've had my best luck in that 53L on 15 meters.
Okay.
If you want to go high, I'll go low.
I'll take 15.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I've got, if I wanted to get creative, I could make 160 work.
Yeah, there you go.
But I can go anywhere. So,
Well, but nighttime is a different beast. I mean,
Yeah.
it really
oh,
depends
once the sun sets, I'm going low. I'm going down to 75.
yeah, it's the Rochambeau over here.
Yeah.
What I'm hoping is that these two sites are far enough apart that we'll be able to put one guy on phone at 40
Yep.
and one on either digital or CW 40
Yep.
Mhm.
at the same time
Yeah.
without killing each other. That'll be interesting to see.
Right. I think it's gonna be a horizontal on one and a vertical on the other.
Yeah.
And the 300 or 400 feet apart. That's
Yeah.
what-
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to be huge.
Yep.
In fact, we were talking about it earlier, Joe. I know I was talking about you setting up in the grass, but if you've got enough coax, you might want to go down past where Michael is parked
Mhm.
with your antenna.
I'm gonna-
get as much
I'm gonna try
separation as
this.
we can.
I think I got 100 feet of coax, so we'll see what we can do.
Yeah.
Get us spread out.
Yep.
So we got space. You got 1,000 feet to work with in the field day rules.
Yep.
So we're inside that window.
Yep.
And if
Uh,
Michael's on 20 at the phone, one of you two over here could probably be 20 low.
Yeah.
20 data or something.
Yep. Which is a possibility. too.
Joe's got CW getting warmed up. He could do 20 CW.
Actually, my CW is gonna be.
Oh,
I got the remote control for the 3000. Boop.
There you go.
Oh, that's right. You brought the 3000.
Yeah, I'm cheating this year, guys.
Oh,
Sorry.
I brought the 10, so I got full cat control.
Michael's got a paddle that you can use.
I heard about that. We
We
need
got
to get that out
Yeah.
at some point.
We got some. We're test driving some CW equipment this year. I got some. Somebody sent me some paddle, a key and a paddle, and we're gonna check them out. So
Absolutely.
let's see. It never rains field day weekend.
Absolutely not. Never.
A mighty
Never.
wind.
A mighty wind. There we go again. That mighty wind. It does get windy on field days.
It does get windy.
Yeah. Well, actually, so I was listening to the weather radio out of Park Falls, and they did say there was a slight possibility of the T word tomorrow. A mighty wind.
We don't want to go
about
there.
This time tomorrow night.
Yeah. We'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
yeah. We might all be huddled in my camper doing another live stream because we got rained out.
We got rained out. If it's that bad,
or requesting an airdrop.
Right.
Travis says there's a storm shelter vault toilet down the road down here.
I think every one of the bulk toilets is a storm set shelter.
Oh no, that's the concrete one.
Oh,
That's the one for when the storm means business.
the concrete defecatorium.
Yeah.
The highfalutin one.
The highfalutin one.
That's a long run from here.
So what are we using? So what are we using for radios? So I've got my FT891.
I'm going to use my FTDX10.
FTDX 3000.
And I got an FT891.
Oh God, we're all Yaesu boys.
Oh,
right?
Yaesu boys.
And Michael and I have used, we've done multi-transmitter deals before.
Yeah, with the 891s.
891s.
Yeah.
Both of them in my truck.
Yeah,
The
with
antennas,
like no separation.
Yeah.
The antennas 50 feet apart. And with great success.
Yeah, the 891 isn't the greatest receiver, but it's enough. And it's got enough roofing filter to keep out most of the stuff. We had some problems at Winterfield Day, but we were able to eliminate some of them and work them out. But we'll see how it goes here. This is kind of sort of the marathon. So.
Yep, it is.
So
One thing we've never done that I hope works this time is 2 radios on the same band.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's going to be tough. But I mean, there's enough band space that we can. If we have to separate, we have to separate.
We'll see how that works. Call sign again is N9CNF, November 9, Charlie, November Foxtrot. So I threw that in the chat. Look for N9CNF as we are on the air.
We'll be 4 Alpha.
Yes.
4 Alpha.
4 Alpha.
2 Cot Alpha.
Yep.
Yes.
If things go right.
If things go right.
Well, I mean, we could go more. I've got my 857 with me. I've got the 817.
Well, yeah, but
And Stephanie's right there.
That throws us in a higher class.
yeah,
Right.
well,
Then we got
she is way classier than all 4 of us combined.
yes,
I
she
brought
is.
my ball thing. Does that count?
Just, I would say throw it in the lake, but you might pollute it.
Yeah. What would that do to the color of the lake? Wonder
Start seeing steam rising up. Water boils. The fish come up and float.
So this is a POTA place too.
It is.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and spot
It's all,
randomly.
the activation is actually already on POTA.
Yep.
Scheduled, ready to go. Michael, whether he spots himself or I somehow figure out where he is and spot him for him, will get spotted with us like probably a /M or something, so that the reverse beacon network doesn't keep stomping on him.
Yep. So,
but we will be out there.
We'll throw some spots out periodically over the day, but
Right.
yeah, hopefully we get you.
Yeah.
But they're not field day spots. They're just.
POTA spots.
Oh no, you're allowed to. The rules do allow you to self spot on field day.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, isn't that quaint?
special.
Isn't that
Special.
special?
It's nice.
Isn't that?
We've got a very important question. Who's taking care of breakfast?
Oh,
right here.
All
I
right.
got bacon, eggs, biscuits,
I
Italian sausage.
I brought a thing of breakfast sausage too.
Oh, I brought some breakfast sausage. We're gonna have so much breakfast. We're
Oh
gonna
my
have
God, so
biscuits
much
and-
meat.
I
So
thought
much-
I was the guy bringing eggs. Did you bring eggs?
I got 2 dozen eggs.
What?
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
my own.
Oh my God,
farm-raised
we're gonna have so
eggs.
much protein this year.
Brisket, eggs, chicken, bacon.
I got
sausage.
the meat sweats already.
Yeah, just thinking about it. So many eggs. So many eggs.
Hey, 6 months ago we'd be rich.
You're not wrong.
I've had chickens for 40 years. This is the first year I'm going to break even.
It's all worth it.
It finally happened.
We got a very important question here. Clutch. Oh, so, 545 FT8 is FT8 allowed? FT8
It is.
Yes.
Yes, for summer field day, FT8 is allowed.
Yes, it is.
Winter field day is run by a different organization, and they do not allow FT8. But the ARRL allows FT8 for summer field day.
But do you have to run FT8 call, or can you just use regular FT8?
You can use regular FT8.
Okay.
There is an FT8 option in their contest mode. So there
For
is
field day.
for field day. So there is a little bit of setup you got to do.
Yep.
Because it's just a 4-character exchange.
Yeah.
So you should be able to fit it.
Yeah.
It fits in there.
It fits in there, yeah.
That is correct.
Are we
Breakfast.
gonna do that? Are you guys going to run FTA?
I'll probably run
Travis
FT8.
will run FT8. We got breakfast
I'll
donuts.
probably bounce between FT8 and PSK.
We do have breakfast donuts. We
We
got
do?
Yeah. By the way, we habla PSK, folks. Remember that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
PSK.
Yeah.
What is that?
I know PSK 31. No one runs that.
No one
Nobody
runs it.
it'll be active.
it'll be
for a
active.
day.
It'll be.
It'll be active.
20 and 40.
Yeah.
I'll take a look at probably before I even jump to FT8. I'll try PSK and see what's going on, and if it's just packed and everybody's screaming over top of each other and overmodulated, which is what it's been the last couple of years, I'll drop to FT8.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
there's some guys on Ready, that's
I'll check that out too.
you know what? I did that. Didn't I do that on 160 at Winterfield Day?
I think you were running it.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that was bleeding over on everything.
There was a Riddy contest that
Yeah,
That's
weekend.
right. You made like 10 or 12 on.
You guys were drinking like fishes, and I was making contact.
Who drink like fishes?
Oh.
Please.
We're professionals.
Yeah, you weren't there. Shut up. Professional.
So after
I'm here
dinner,
today.
after dinner, when you guys start drinking, are we still 4A or do we become a 1A?
Wait,
I think
hold on. I got to clarify this. After dinner?
Oh.
After?
Oh,
wait, I have to
God.
wait that long?
Steph, you're gonna have to put the Travis away.
We're gonna. We might end up being AA at this rate.
Well, I didn't say what I was going to be drinking. It might be coffee.
Irish?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Speaking of coffee, you're the only one with electricity. Are we gonna have coffee here tomorrow?
I can.
I got my percolator.
I've got a perk. I've got a pour over. I've got a small drip pot. The big drip pot's not here.
Yeah.
I can make coffee.
Okay.
I've got multiple ways to make coffee.
It's okay, Dave.
There will be coffee.
I typically do a pour over into my thermal mug, but I can set the percolator up.
Or you could just go to Quick Trip and get some.
Yeah. I mean, it's only about 60 miles away.
hour away. And good.
Seriously, where is the closest quick trip?
I think
Probably
Phillips.
Park Falls, 40 miles.
Yeah. So
Park
good
Falls
hour.
closer than Phillips?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose it would be.
Park Falls would be the closest quick trip.
Yeah, 'cause when I would come up here from Phillips, it would take me real close to an hour, or a little bit over when I'd come right from work when I worked in Phillips, and I worked right near the quick trip there.
Yeah.
Isn't Park
So they-
Falls about 45
Yeah.
minutes?
40,
away?
40.
Yeah.
Depends on how fast I want to drive. But it's about 40 minutes from here to Park
I
Falls.
don't know if I need coffee that bad.
Well, I mean,
We
Quick
could-
Trip isn't really coffee. Coffee flavored snot sometimes.
But you can get your glazers.
I'm
I'm not a fan of
donut-
glazed
no, I'm
donuts.
not.
Oh, I got a box. I picked up a box of glazers and a box of blueberry dunkers.
The Dunkers
Yeah.
aren't bad.
But like anytime you have to have a Saturday ham radio gathering,
Someone's
someone's got to bring glazers.
Yes.
Well,
It's
because I
just
stop
required.
at Quick Trip and pick up a coffee and a box of glazers.
Yeah.
I bought a
We
cinnamon
weren't talking
roll.
about you.
I stopped in Ladysmith at the Quick Trip, got a cinnamon roll. Oh, frosting's like this thick.
I
Well, that'll put
know.
you into it. That'll put you into a sugar coma.
Diabetic,
I know.
diabetic
I can
coma.
only eat half of those rolls, and I need a big thing of coffee to wash it down because it's
Yeez, yeah.
they are something else.
They are.
Fortunately, we have enough protein this weekend,
Yes,
guys.
the
so
protein will be fine.
we don't need no stinking carbohydrates.
No, we are going to live on fat and protein.
We could probably use a little fiber by Sunday morning.
A lot of fiber.
I brought a box of Triscuits. They're real high.
There we go. Triscuits.
I was gonna chew on a pine cone.
Park on the ground behind you.
That'll work. work that into the brisket tomorrow.
Right. Oh, I'll be getting up early to start the brisket.
So night shift. We don't really have.
What, night shift?
We really don't have any true night shift operators.
No,
Yeah.
we don't.
I do.
Dave's
Well,
gonna
Dave-
go down.
Dave is a night owl.
Yeah, and we found out that are you running the same antenna that you did at Field Day or Winter
Yeah.
Field Day?
Yeah.
So you should be able to get on 160.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
80.
And
both.
80.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have some night shift operations.
I don't know
going
that
on.
will be an overnight operation.
No.
though.
When I was younger, I'd stay up until like about 2:30,
Mhm.
and then I'd need a few hours of sleep and get up at about
Oh.
5 again. But
None of us are that way anymore.
No.
yeah, we'll be lucky if we make it till 11.
Yeah. I was gonna say 10.
I remember one of my first field days with the club. There was this gentleman, Dan. He came in, and Dan was a real quiet guy.
He was.
Yeah.
Still is, I should say. And but you never saw him on the radio. He says, "Well, I'd like to get on the radio." Well, hey,
Go
there's an
for
open
it.
radio. She's on 40 meters. He got on the radio at like 7:00 at night. We had to peel him off at 10 a.m. the next morning.
Yep.
He went
That man
all
was
night.
Iron Man.
Yeah.
And it was insane. Man,
Mhm.
but that was like, well, I think it was one of the first times, and he hadn't had a chance to get on HF and for ages. And
Right.
What
He
mode
was
what
just-
mode was he wearing?
he was on phone.
Oh, and he was hunting and pouncing just
Yeah.
all night long.
Just having a blast.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, but yeah, some years, a lot of years, I just make coffee at midnight and
Yep.
Mhm.
I'd rather do that than that early morning stuff. I'm not a
carafe
morning
would be-
guy.
Yeah.
empty in the morning.
Oh,
so-
nobody said I was going to be alive after I put the brisket on. I'm going to.
Oh,
The extension cord's going to go from the generator to the inverter so that I can run the smoker. I'm going to fire that smoker up, put the brisket on, and go back to bed. There is no way I am staying up at 4:30 in the morning. I am not my wife.
You don't need to
I've
babysit
been
it.
up since 4:30 right now, so I'm perfectly fine. Actually, I was up at 4. So the amount of miles I put on today is insane.
I believe that.
And you're sleeping in your truck tonight?
So
Actually, I do better in the trunk. So the trunk, yeah,
Wait, hold on. You're sleeping in the trunk?
yeah, right next to the dead hooker. so I don't have a great back. My back has been shot for years, and it's gotten to the point where I can't sleep on an air mattress in a tent anymore.
Okay.
I just can't. I got to upgrade to a camper at some point in time, but in the past few years, if I slept in the truck, I get up and I'm fine. Like my back is fine. I got a little bit of an incline. If it's cold, I'll let the truck run for 15, 20 minutes with the heat just to warm
Yep.
it up.
Yep.
Mhm.
That might be an issue tonight. Mid 40s real low.
49.
49, I
Is it going
think.
to be that cold?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, but by the way, that's perfect. I am fine with that. Tomorrow, it's going to be like in the 60s overnight. So that's going to be a little
supposed to
warmer.
get warmer. Yeah.
I see 50.
50, 49.
Yeah. 49, 50.
I just didn't think it was supposed to be that cold. Now, I don't want to, I'm not liking what I'm seeing here about strong thunderstorms and 1.2 inches of rain.
Ew. We might-
Gross.
I should have brought the cribbage board.
Do we have ours?
In my car.
We have one in the car.
Perfect.
I got one in the trailer.
That's
gonna-
why when they talk about late shift, I'm a little concerned about the
Yeah.
weather going bad.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, from what it sounds like, though, I think everything will be passed after that. I think this is a late afternoon, early evening.
Yeah, I think it's going to be we have to secure operations for a couple hours, and then we'll come back out. The
Secure
mosquitoes-
operations, secure the brisket.
Right.
We better
operation.
like tie that down. Anchors.
You're
So,
right. It's still at the back of the truck.
It'll be like Lieutenant Dan. Come and get me, God.
So
Well, field day doesn't start till 1 o'clock.
Right.
Are we even going to be on the air before this bad stuff comes?
Well, we'll take a look in the morning and see.
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. So Andy's got a great analogy here. So Dave is Colonel Hannibal Smith, but who is Crazy Mad Murdoch on your A team this year?
Wait. I'm Mr. T.
Don't pity the fool.
I'm bitter the fool.
I don't know about that.
Well, then we need a face man and
Oh boy.
Oh, God.
Oh God.
That's a crazy one. Yeah, this is the A team.
Yeah.
team.
B team maybe.
We're a real strong C.
Yeah. Jake's asking what park we're in. We're located deep in the heart of the Chequamegon Nicolet National Forest.
US 4533.
US
Deep.
45.
Deep.
Deep.
Like the
deep.
pavement ended 6 miles ago. I
Yeah.
literally clocked it last week just to be sure.
Hey, I do want to say thank you to the U.S. Forest Service. They actually graded the road this year.
No,
It's not-
the Forest Service doesn't maintain the road. That's the townships.
well, they paid to have
yes,
the road graded.
They
That
do every year.
The gravel was pretty
Yeah.
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
There was
well,
just a little ripple, maybe about a half mile down, and that
Yeah.
was about it.
couple
Yeah,
potholes
yeah.
Now, how's it going back north? North was real bad last year.
going around the lake that way.
Yeah.
I haven't been that way.
Oh, let's not go that way. That was bad.
Now,
last
you
year.
want bad? You want bad. Here we go. Forest Service, sorry. So, what was this? I think 3 years ago, I had a truck and I was taking care of multiple campgrounds and I needed fuel. So, I just left the other campground and I'm like, I got to go up to Clam Lake and get gas. I had never been to Elf. So, I'm like, I'm going to take a detour. On the other side of the lake is a forest road that is barely wider than.
Yeah, no, this is
No,
the road I was referring to.
And-
you sent us on that road.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
There, I swear, I almost lost a crew cab long box F-250 on that road. It just boom, and the water tote and everything in the back of the truck just shifted and bounced. And
Why were you doing 50?
I wasn't. I was doing like 10.
Well, we took that road in the outback.
Oh my lord! Yeah, that was bad. I thought for sure that we had bent the frame on that.
Oh my! What?
Wow.
There was one pothole that I went into at like 10 miles an hour, and I swear I felt like I went off a 3-foot cliff because the whole front end of the truck just went boom.
You hear everything scraping under it.
Oh, it was bad.
Oh, we got some.
We have some good roads around here.
We got some good comments coming in. So
Oh boy.
2A for USA. Crocs with socks. Crocs with socks.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Crocs with socks.
with the
You
black
animal.
socks.
You
Black
animal.
socks.
Wool socks.
Man, I mean, how does your wife not keep her hands off, or how does she keep her hands off you? I mean, you are
It's
just
hard.
a sex machine.
It's hard. It is. It is. You know, she just has to temper herself.
Temper herself. Avert your eyes, Christine.
Oh God, is she watching?
No, she probably is.
Oh boy. Hi, Christine.
With the loom of doom.
Yeah. Brandon wants to know our menu for the evening. Well, so tonight we were eating this beautiful smoked chicken thighs wrapped in bacon. I got a mosquito on my forehead. And some beans here. I got to finish these up here after the live stream. And
Joe's is getting cold over
Joe's
there.
is getting cold
Yeah,
over there.
I'll get some here. Don't worry.
It's in
We got so many biscuits and gravy to eat. We got
that's our carbs for the weekend.
we got 4
The
dozen
biscuits,
eggs.
yeah.
We got like 4 dozen eggs to eat.
No, I've got 18 in there too. So
Oh, Okay, guys, so let's take bets. Who's gonna lay the first egg this weekend?
yeah. So,
I brought bacon too, just in case.
more bacon. More bacon.
We're fine. Don't worry.
We are
Yeah.
not gonna go hungry.
Yo,
I mean,
no.
even if a tornado comes through here tomorrow when the road is closed off and we can't get out, we got 3 or 4 days worth of bacon.
Our only concern is if the alcohol is going to hold out.
Ooh, we might need to send a search party.
No, that's what we call it an airdropper. That's what we have the Starlink for.
Can someone in Clam Lake get a drone?
Drop off a 6-pack or 2.
Yeah.
No, we're just gonna need bourbon.
I did bring fruit though. I got a watermelon in the truck.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
So it'll be so
Wait,
yeah.
hold on. Healthy food?
healthy
Yeah.
food.
So
So
yeah,
we're all
yeah.
there's vitamins and
we're all balanced.
We
yeah.
are. Wow. I'm not
Oh,
sure how
I
I,
mean,
feel
we'll-
about this.
We'll have 2,000 QSOs if we eat healthy.
1,200. They told me that was too high.
We did. I went, whoa. Let's be a little more realistic in our expectations here.
Oh, we got to hear. Colt says wool socks in the summer bad idea. No. Cotton kills. Wool all the way. Wool wicks moisture so your feet stay dry and cozy even in the hottest weather.
I'll take your word for that.
It's beautiful.
You know what's really bad? I'm so paranoid about ticks. I actually have long underwear on.
I gave you the red can. You're fine.
The red can or the blue can?
I gave him the red can.
The blue can, you just forget everything that happens this weekend.
Yes.
Oh, we're talking about the what if you kill the Wisconsin state bird?
Is there what? Wait, hold on. The official state bird or the unofficial state bird? Because just got one.
I need another coating of that
Oh,
stuff.
man,
But
I
they're,
think-
they're starting to come back out again.
I got one right on the fingernail.
Yeah.
You guys got
Yeah.
too much bare skin. You better get some sleeves.
Yeah.
So somebody was asking. This is off of what we were talking about. Kevin, what is the best app to learn CW? I just received my general. Would like to learn next.
Oh, yeah.
Not so much an app, although Morse Mean for app. Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things on.
Yeah.
But if you really want to learn CW, join the Long Island CW Club.
Yeah. I like in 3 months I was at 12 words a minute.
Yeah,
Really?
but they got a plan.
Good to know.
They got a program. It cycles, so you can start at any time. Don't worry about that. But if you follow their plan, go through their program,
Mhm.
you're guaranteed success.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to check.
Right. And they have it's all on Zoom.
Yep.
And then they have a website that you can set up practicing with.
Yeah.
Right. So the Zoom classes are an hour long, about 55 minutes actually.
Okay.
And absolutely a blast. The instructors are incredible. I can't read that far. You gotta.
Yeah, we'll get to it in a second.
It's
so
good. It's good.
finish your thought, Joe.
Yeah. Well, but anyways, definitely Long Island CW Club. It's what, $30 a year?
25, 30.
That's
yeah,
not
it's,
bad at
Yeah,
all.
$40 a year. It's not bad.
it's worth it.
Yeah.
It's worth it. I think I upgraded to a lifetime membership. So
Yeah. It's kind of like the ARRL. If you don't renew right away, they offer you the lifetime membership at a steep tips discount.
so
Yeah,
yeah.
there's a Learn CW online thing. It's free, and it's totally programmable to whatever speed you want, and it helps not only in the learning, but if you just want to get faster.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can set it up, and you can do just call signs or whatever. So that's really good. Anything is better than the way I learned CW back in '74 on a phonograph record.
Photograph
Oh,
records.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be reel to reel.
Yeah. Yeah.
Phonograph record.
So-
And then cassette tapes came along.
No wax cylinders.
Jesus.
So we were talking about beer drops. What's the Mikey APRS symbol for beer drop? So
Joe,
we might
what?
need,
what's the APRS symbol for a beer drop?
yeah, we might need to send
Ooh.
we might need to send an APRS
N9CNF 555.
555.
Though there's actually a code for beer. Like 73 is,
Oh.
yeah, there's a code for beer.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord.
Someone's got to look it up. Like 73 is, Godspeed.
Best-
88 is hugs and kisses, right?
Yep.
But then there is one for beer. But I don't remember what it is. A long time ago, I looked it up, and you would think, me,
Yeah.
I would like,
Would know the beer
Hold on,
code.
I'm looking.
Yeah.
thank God that we have.
Cold 807.
807s.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, the 807 tube. Well, here we go. Scout's in the room. He's wearing his darn tough wool socks too. See,
Oh,
another Scotty knows what to wear. So
yeah, but Scout, I saw your love for GMRS. I don't know if we can trust you.
That's fighting words, Joe.
oh,
That's fighting words.
All right. So, got another question here. Andy's asking, what got each of you into ham radio?
Oh boy.
So, well, Dave, I can tell he wanted to meet chicks.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
How's that working out for you?
Yeah, that was great. My parents, I was 16 years old. Friday night, should be out chasing chicks, and I'm sitting in my bedroom closet typing out Morse code to the Japanese. They knew that this kid had troubles.
Wow.
Yeah,
How did you find a woman?
I pretty much had to give up ham radio.
Oh, this is tough.
Wow.
Yeah,
This is like one of the greatest tragedies in world history. This is
It
right up
is.
there with the Trojan
Yeah.
War.
It is.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet.
I called it the 40 years of darkness.
40 years of dark, yeah, the dark times.
How was your wife?
She's watching the live
She's
stream
watching.
tonight.
Hi.
Hey, Pam.
The first one or the second one?
Oh.
Oh.
Well, Travis, what got you into ham radio?
Oh boy. In high school, I played a lot with CB, and then when I was working,
It's a gateway drug.
it is a
is?
gateway drug.
Mhm.
It totally is. And I met a guy. I don't remember his name, his call sign, anything. When I was loading groceries into his car at Triggs and Rhinelander, and I asked him about his radio because he had a radio in the car, and I thought it was a CB, and he started talking to me, and it sparked my interest.
You
and
said, "Hey, nice CB,"
And I
things
just about
went
died.
downhill
From there.
I just about died. No, he was really cool. We talked for probably about 5 minutes because there was no other cars in line, and he that was my initial exposure, and that got me realizing there was more beyond that gateway drug that is CB. And from there, I took probably Caden was what, 1 when I got my license,
Yeah, about that.
and so probably it took about 10 years hiatus after that introduction. I never really did anything with it, and then just something sparked my memory of, oh, hey, I remember this experience. Started learning about it, started studying, got my license, blah blah blah.
Blah, blah,
Fast
blah,
forward.
yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Fast forward, here we are. The greatest tragedy? No. Miracle? We'll go with miracle.
Experiments.
Experience.
No, I like miracle.
Uh,
I mean, it's a miracle that I'm alive every day. So, you know.
Well,
How about you?
Well, as the youngest ham in this, because Steph's been actually licensed longer
Yes,
than I have.
Stephanie has been licensed longer than you
So I just renewed last fall.
for the first time.
Yes, for the first time.
For the first time.
Also, this week, my VE credentials are renewed. I got the sticker.
Nice.
Yeah.
I know. Now I'm like in the old folks club. So a little bit like Dave, I actually, before I became an electrician in a previous life, I had a life in broadcasting,
Mm-hmm.
believe it or not. And I liked the production angle. That was kind of thing. I tried sales. I'm terrible at sales.
Aren't we all?
Right.
But I was always good behind the microphone and behind the board. And that's kind of where it was. But I never got into engineering. There's always kind of something that was out there. And I read about things and stuff. And of course, when I was young, we had a CB. I had a handle.
So did I.
Yeah.
Do you remember yours?
Yes.
I don't.
Yeah. I'm not telling you mine.
I don't want to know.
Is it like teddy bear?
No, it's probably most people's safe word.
Orange?
Wait, that's your safe word?
Yo.
The color or the fruit?
Wow. I'm going to use my full 2-minute time out here. Anyways. So I was working at a radio station about 12, 13 years ago, and I just kind of stumbled on it, ham radio, by accident. I was reading some stuff and interested in, I kind of, I didn't think about that. And I wasn't even working at the radio station in 2014, and I just started looking up again. Like, I need a hobby. I need to do
That's
something.
kind of how I picked it back up.
A lot of people do that.
And so I looked up, and there was a local club, and wouldn't you know it, there was this guy that was the president of the club at the time, and he was really a jerk. But he agreed to meet with me and talk to me a little bit. His name was Michael.
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah, I mean, just a ham. And wouldn't you know it, I got licensed in 2014, and then I got.
Then you met me. God help you.
Yeah, that was real bad. You and Jerry are like gateway.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I got my general in 2015.
Yep.
And then I knew that I was going to go to Belize in 2016. And I said, well, I want to be the first guy locally to operate down in the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to get my HF privileges in Belize, I had to have an extra. So I got my extra in the spring of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And you aced it.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you
I
got
got
one,
two wrong.
two wrong.
That's the same as I did.
Yeah.
No, I got one wrong. And I knew exactly which one, too.
Yeah. So either you go and you get it by the skin of your teeth, or you like
just
get
knock
one
it
or
out of the
two.
park.
Yeah.
So I thought I was always told I did really, really good. And then as I started teaching and I started, doing more and more, I've had 3 individuals do it with 1 wrong. And I've had 1 individual sit down and ace all 3.
Nice.
All 3 in 1 sitting.
I've
So
done.
Insane.
You guys were lucky though that you had some individual that you knew,
Mhm.
like a ham that helped you along,
Right.
got you interested or whatever. When I was 16 years old, I didn't know any hams at all.
Yeah.
So everything I learned was out of a magazine,
Right.
or out of books and whatnot. And then even when I wanted to go get tested, I had to go to an absolute stranger's house.
You had to knock on. You had to call some 60-year-old
I
guy.
drove 20 miles to some as a guy
Just to get your
just
novice.
to get a novice. Yeah, it was scary, but it's the best thing I ever did.
Right. Hey, you wouldn't know us.
So I'm the only one that hasn't told the story yet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
well,
It's your turn.
I got a 12 years old. I got a world band radio. So you
Was
start,
it the little Panasonic one of the multiple bands?
Radio
and this-
Shack.
Oh, okay.
yeah, the bands. And I was listening to Voice of American stuff, and once you start tuning around in one of them world band radios,
You
you
find
wanna-
all sorts of stuff.
yeah, you find all sorts of stuff, and then you hear the other stuff and all that. So then I said, wow, I want to get my amateur radio license. So I go to the library and I get a book on ham radio.
What's a library?
Yeah, and then I'm reading it. Oh man, I got to learn Morse code.
Mm.
Ah, forget
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
20 years later, we had some real nasty thunderstorms roll through. And it says, I'm going to get a scanner. So I know when something's going to happen. And I go to Radio Shack again, and I get a police scanner. And I start listening to, police and fire, and then you start hearing other stuff. I heard we had a React group on GMRS. I started to find the ham repeaters and all that, and yeah, I'm gonna get my amateur radio license. I'm gonna do it. I'm 30 years old. I'm gonna do it this time.
CW.
And I didn't need the CW, but I wanted to get on the 10 meters to be a Tech Plus. So I had to learn the CW. Okay, I'll go to Radio Shack.
Wait a minute. I'm hearing a reoccurring theme here.
And I got a set of Gordon West Morse code tapes.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys understand that the downfall of Radio Shack is once he got his extra?
Yes. He stopped going
Yes.
because
Yeah.
you have questions, we have answers. Remember that mantra? Yeah, he started asking questions they couldn't answer.
Yep. So I learned enough code to pass the novice and the technician and the Morse code, and I actually got a paper upgrade for general, but it was still 13 words a minute. And Morse code, I don't know how I passed the Morse code test back then, but so yeah. So
Somebody had pity on
yeah.
you.
So if it wasn't for Radio Shack, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were 30 at the time.
I was
now,
about 30.
so now we're not telling how old he is,
No.
but he is in the Quarter Century Wireless Club.
Yes, I am a member of Quarter Century Wireless. So
30, carry the 1.
Divide by pi.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you had to throw the pie in there.
I did.
These quarters, that makes me semi-century.
Semi-century?
It's over 50 years.
Oh, geez.
Oh wow, yeah. You should.
I'm not telling you how old I am, but I'm over 50.
Well, you're gonna have to. Yeah.
You're 22, right?
So we got a
We're all 22.
we got a technical question here. D3 Jake wants to know what sort of microphone we're using to get all of you because you sound so great. Well, but
We're yelling really loud.
one thing, I'm projecting because the camera is about 8 feet away from us. And then on top of the camera, I've got a short shotgun microphone, the Shure Lens Hopper VP83. It's the microphone I usually use when I'm recording wild sound, doing B-roll and stuff like that for my videos. But it's got a really nice pattern, sort of hypercardioid type pattern. So I imagine it picks the 4 of us up really well as long as we're
talking to the camera.
Talking to the camera.
Right. I don't think anyone hears Steph in the background. She's behind the camera,
Yeah.
but I think the rest of us, it's pretty easy to pick it up.
Yep.
As she's
It
now
probably
pretending
helps
to
that
yell.
Wind's not blowing and it's very quiet.
Yeah,
Right.
it's a calm day,
It
and
is.
we turned the generator off.
Yep,
so-
we did kill the generator.
Yeah, yeah. So we got that. So, oh, Lexi wants to know more about the Crocs. So I don't know. It's
They're a 2018 vintage designer.
They come in like 50 colors. How did you pick red?
because I wanted a color.
They were on the shelf at St. Vinny's. What do you expect?
I wanted a color that other people aren't wearing. I mean, black,
Well,
camouflage.
You nailed it.
It's like no, it's. I'm gonna pick a color nobody else is wearing.
There you go.
No one else is wearing those.
He's gonna start going, there's no place
It's
like
like,
home.
I was
Right. There's no
thinking
place like or is it there's no place like HF?
Yeah,
There's no place like HF.
If I wake up in the morning and all I see is legs sticking out from under the camper with the ruby red Crocs
Yeah.
on. Follow the yellow brick road.
no, I'm gonna be colorful. Does anyone wear yellow Crocs? That's a good question.
I don't.
Would those be like safety Crocs?
No, high vis green.
Oh, by
is
the way,
safety.
Joe, you don't know this, but you're the safety officer.
I was gonna say, am I the safety officer? I almost brought the vest.
You are the safety officer, and you
Okay.
missed all the shenanigans.
Oh, do I have to suspend all of you for 15 minutes as punishment?
I got my.
Wait, we have a penalty box?
Yeah, yes, we do.
Penalty box or penalty shots? One or the
Penalty
other.
something.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
no penalty shots. I think my blaze orange hunting vest is in the back of the car still.
Oh no! I don't think it'd fit me.
Just wear it like a cloak.
But with
Batman in a little coat.
but it's not October, so I don't have to don it.
Oh,
If we were out in the woods in October or early November, then it's
Then everybody's wearing orange.
yeah.
then you just fit in.
Right.
In fact, I think the Packers should just change their jerseys to orange in November.
Right.
They should.
Yeah.
They should. Absolutely.
Blaze orange do rag.
Blaze orange do rag.
I don't think I have a blaze orange do rag. I'm going mentally through my do rags. I don't know if I have a blaze orange one.
Oh,
I don't think a do rag fits my head.
Usually
Well,
that
you do have a big head.
when it gets to hunting season, you got to wear a knit cap instead.
Yes, it's
so
right.
cold.
it's cold. So let's see. Got another antenna question. Clutch is asking: running the wire antennas in a sloper configuration.
I don't know. That one's pretty flat.
Yeah, yours, Travis. Yours is kind of flat, but it's low. It's only about 25 feet in the air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Travis, do you want to get that up higher tomorrow?
we can try.
Because I brought the Big Johnson antenna erection system.
And
We can try. I mean, there's plenty of rope on that tree and plenty of rope over there.
And
Okay,
Gabe,
so
Mine's an inverted V.
you're
right
you're an inverted L.
yeah,
It's actually a V now.
It's a
Oh, it's a
V
V
now.
out now.
You modified it with different hang point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you're kind of in a V configuration.
yeah.
Right.
No, I have the slingshot. It's on an 8-foot pole.
Yep.
Okay.
And I brought plenty of.
We'll have to tagline
hold
around
on.
this stuff.
Oh, that'll be fine.
Yeah.
We'll get around it.
And figure out how to get around someone. Yeah.
Oh, I can clear the tree.
Oh.
That one year we did that off center fed, and we ran it kind of like
Ah.
that. That was that took us forever.
Yeah,
to
if we
that
could
thing.
get it like 10 or 15 feet higher, that would be great.
Yeah. Not a problem. We'll get it going.
Okay, we'll get it up higher.
Get her up in the air. There you go.
Big Johnson antenna erection.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
No one gets it higher.
Is that like an air gun?
Oh, it's a slingshot.
Slingshot.
Oh, Jesus.
It's big rubber band.
Yeah, it's an arborist slingshot. You can get it for about $100 on Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they will. And then you use the arborist throw,
Okay.
that 10
Oh,
10
that
ounce
10 ounce.
arborist throw.
Oh.
That's your weight.
And then what I do is I got a container of blow line or zip line for electricians that we
Okay.
use. So usually we would suck that into a conduit with a vacuum, but it just works just as well as this. So,
Okay. Interesting. I want to see that
yeah,
tomorrow.
we'll get it on film. Don't worry.
Yeah.
We'll get her. So
It'll be in the blooper reel.
Patreons.
Only available in Only Hams.
yeah,
Oh, only
Only
hams.
hams. So. All right. Well, I suppose we should probably start winding things down. Otherwise, we're not going to have any battery for tomorrow.
Oh, I'm not going to have any skin pretty soon here. I got to get sprayed down.
Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, the mosquitoes are coming in hot and heavy.
Yep.
They are. They are attracted to Michael's lights that is illuminating us. It's
Oh.
actually getting dark out, believe it or not.
I'm surprised how bright the sky is. on
Yeah, we got a
that.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's
It's getting dark. out here.
It's like 9:15, and
it's
yeah,
getting
but
dark.
we got some nice, beautiful. So we should have started at 9 o'clock so we could have this.
Right? No, by that it'd be 10:30 when we're done. We get carried off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us. This was a fun time.
It was.
I don't know.
I'm glad we were able to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks, Elon.
Live.
It's unnamed.
Unnamed.
Oh,
Unnamed.
unnamed.
It's an unnamed.
Oh, did I
Internet
break
provider.
the rule?
Yeah.
Live via
So I got to take the
satellite.
penalty shot.
We were live via an unnamed satellite provider.
Oh,
Yeah.
unnamed
We're just
satellite.
live
provider.
via satellite, we say.
Yes,
So.
live via satellite.
Yeah.
Watch out for Bigfoot.
He knows wild Wisconsin.
Yeah, pop in. If you can find us, we're at the Black Lake Campground, deep in the heart of the Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest. POTA number
4533.
4533. Listen for call sign. November 9, Charlie, November Foxtrot, and 9
Yep.
CNF. We're
That's
going to be
hard.
operating. So that's
It's hard. When you get old, it's hard with these different call signs. I'm lucky I can remember I have my own call.
your own call sign.
Or where you
That's
are.
not age. That's something else, Dave.
I always got to write it down on a big piece of paper so I can look at it.
Always do.
Yep. Yep.
Piece of
So-
tape. Put that right on top of the
Yeah.
laptop.
Yep.
Usually.
Where did that call sign come from?
Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest.
Is that what it is?
CNF.
Yep. CNF.
Yeah, the name of the club is Chequamegon-Nicolet National Forest Amateur Radio Group.
We have a
Where's
club?
that based out of?
Travis's club.
Travis's
club.
basement.
It's
that-
based out of his basement.
Yeah.
There's one member.
You don't want to
No.
be a member.
No,
The hazing is bad.
there's actually 3 members right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're on the board of directors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's one too.
Yeah.
Steph is the executive director.
She
I'm
is.
the one who keeps you guys in line.
Is that possible?
No, it's not.
Drink Wisconsinably. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And with that, cheers, everybody. You have a great field day. We want to catch you all on the air. We want to. Dave's pushing us to make at least 1,000 contacts.
We'll do that.
1,200.
1,200.
We'll make
1,200.
It'll
So
be fine.
hopefully we get you all in the logs. So thanks for joining us tonight. You have a great evening. And I'm Michael, KB9VBR.
Travis, W9HDG.
Joe, KD9CJX, and
And Dave, KZ9B.
He remembered his call sign.
Hey!
7-3, everyone.
Yeah, you have a great evening and 7.